gentlemen, this is Carter Story Podcast. I'm your host, Jeff JJ. And today here I am with my guest, Wendy Awor. Wendy, you can say hello to them.
Hello, welcome to Carter Story Podcast. I'm Wendy Awor, a lady from Migori.
A lady from Migori.
Yeah.
Migori wapi?
Oh, Migori, Suna Migori.
Suna Migori.
Yeah.
You see, I've been wondering the reason as to why that place is being called Suna. Actually, Suna is mosquito. I've been wondering why it is being called Suna.
Okay, according to me, what I've heard, the place was just full of mosquitoes, so...
Are they still there, up to date?
No.
Mosquitoes zinasumbua watu hapo Suna?
No. The place is now okay. I think we are in a digital world. Nowadays, people use mosquito nets. There are mosquito coils.
But are there still mosquitoes roaming around?
Not too much.
Not too much?
Yeah.
Suna. Unajua sasa hiyo nikisikia tu Suna, hey! Naenda kwa mosquito land bana. Yeah, bana. There's a place here called Awendo.
Yeah.
Iko Migori, si ndio?
Yeah, iko Migori.
I remember back then, Awendo was known of Mungiki. Have you ever heard of that? Let me say, basically if you are at Awendo, kitambo, wezi walikuanga hapo sana. Are you aware of that?
Yeah.
Awendo is a very dangerous place back then. I don't know whether right now, as someone who's coming from Migori.
Okay, someone who's from Migori, yes, but not basically in Awendo. I pass Awendo when going home.
Unajua mimi area niko natembeanga, hey!
No,
I want to know this place.
We are much far from Awendo. Actually, Migori town is much far. I think from Migori town to Awendo, you can use like around 200 shillings.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, so as Wendy Awor, a lady from Migori,
yeah,
and right now you are an adult, you are exploring the world, you are getting exposed to new things.
Yeah.
From a perspective of a lady from Migori right now, how do you view the world right now, venye vitu zinaendelea sahi? Just in an overall view, from an overall point of view.
From an overall point of view, I think the world now, let me say like it's a digital world. And in future, I think AI will generate everything.
AI can replace...
will replace some of people's job.
Some, but I don't think all.
Yeah, not all, but some.
But like for example, which one?
Education. You can just go online.
Yeah, like there's a lot of information right now in social media.
Yeah.
I mean, you just go to ChatGPT and you access almost everything.
Yeah.
So for example, if you want to write a CV, you basically don't have to go to school.
And you cannot strain your mind also.
Yeah, you cannot strain your mind. But I think AI is just a tool to help us to advance. I don't think it's basically going to replace us. On my point of view.
It might replace. It might.
Okay, right now if you look out at the posters that are being produced with AI, have you ever come to notice that they've started to become boring? Like someone can look at this poster and be like, this is AI.
Yeah. You can actually notice this is AI.
Don't you find it boring right now? Like you want someone to create a poster from the scratch, like out of his own skills. Because basically AI, if you look at it closely, you will come to notice that almost there are some features that are almost the same, like bring up some common features.
But I think today we rely much on AI.
We rely much on AI.
Yeah, and AI produce actually 90% of what you need.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, but then that's disadvantageous to us as Gen Zs. Actually, I was doing some little research about the Gen Zs and the Gen Alphas. Not basically Gen Alphas and millennials. I come to notice that like to disadvantages to this extent whereby now, have you heard of black tax?
Black tax?
Black tax is where that is a situation whereby now you have to, your father, your siblings has to rely on you so much. Like kama umeemployiwa, you know, you have to build home.
Yeah.
Lazima utumie wazazi pesa.
Yeah.
You have to take some of your siblings to school. You understand that?
Yeah.
Like you have another added responsibility, like responsibility yenu ya kwenu, responsibility yako. Uko na bwana na watoi. For example, mimi niko na bibi, let me say niko na bibi na mtoi.
Yeah.
That's another responsibility. So it's like 3 to 4 responsibilities that you have to take care of.
Yes.
Are you basically aware of that? That is what is going to happen right now. And now you're saying that AI is going to replace Gen Z's, the jobs, because basically the millennials are in corporate right now. Now they dominate corporate jobs right now. Gen Z's are still struggling to be there, right? And here we have an AI, Sindio.
Yeah.
Now that there are low chances of Gen Z's getting jobs, and there's a black tax on the other side.
Yeah.
What's your take on that?
It will be hard. I don't know how to say it, but the Gen Zs will now invade in things like stealing from other people.
Robbery. Where do you want to go and rob? And also things right now are advanced. I mean, you will be noticed very fast. The security is right now very advanced. They can tell
nowadays
it's when you came here and stole.
No, they don't rely on security. You can put up everything, even the security dogs, but they'll just come. Acha niseme, ukishaika something in mind, you want to do it. You must focus on it and do it. Ukishikwa, potea pata.
But let me say like 10 to 20% of Gen Zs can do that. I mean, not everybody can steal
not
and
everyone
rob.
can do that.
Then again, if you look at it in the technology sector, I mean, only a few are advanced or are well equipped to that extent whereby they can hack or do cyber security.
Yeah.
Only a few can do that. Only a few can survive with wash and all that kind of stuff. Like 80 to 90% of Gen Zs rely on corporate jobs because they were told that you have to go to school. They have done actually most of things like almost perfect. Wameenda shule, wamepata good grades, graduate. But now the corporate jobs, which are said to be the old version job like right now, zina disappear. For example, let me say with the issue of AI, when you mesema ina take some jobs, basically now it has to shrink. Vitu ndogo ndio zinahitajika hapo. And with the new technology, a lot of things are being replaced. Let me say, for example, which example should I give out on this issue of job replacement? Like they're limited, basically. They're limited. And there are a lot of people who are fighting for it. And right now it is not, with the economy right now, it is not paying well in a way that you can balance both black tax and your own personal things. For example, let me say if you are being paid 40 to 80,000, do you think you can manage to take your siblings to school, maybe ujenge wazazi nyumba, at the same time ujijenge nyumba, and you take your kids to school and you buy your own things, you even buy a car with 80,000? Do you think that is very possible right now?
It's not possible.
Yeah, so what do you think is the way forward now that things look a little bit complicated?
Okay, the way forward.
The survival, because at long last we have to survive as Gen Zs, by the way. One way or the other, we have to find a way to survive. We must survive this pandemic.
Yeah.
What's your take? What can you say about that? Hey, listen up.
Okay, I think what we can do as Gen Zs right now, improve on your skills. As like, if you can do better than that thing that AI is generating, I think we can go far. So
basically you mean that people has to move from the local stuff, but to move into the technology, like we have to advance technology wise.
Yes, we have to advance technology wise. We have to have like bigger minds.
But we have minimum equipments to take care of that, because for example, let me say if you want to be in the social media sector, basically you need equipments like let me say quick access to internet, which is very poor in most rural areas. You understand? Also, maybe you have to have advanced computers and phone. Maybe if it is you're a content creator, you have to have advanced cameras, which so far right now it's also very expensive.
Yeah, I know.
So for you even to access all these things, you have to have money. And on which way are you going to have money? Because come to look at it, remember the Gen Z's parents are the Gen X. And you see, if you check it out clearly, you will find out that Gen X, they were raised by the time the economy of Kenya started to collapse. That basically means that they have to rely on themselves. They have to become entrepreneurs. That's why you find out that most of them owns maybe say garages, let me say Juakali sectors. If you find out, if you look at it properly, you'll find out that it's Gen X who owns those sectors.
Yeah.
So in most cases they relied on themselves and they believe that through education their kids are going to do better. And baby boomers actually are the parents to millennials. You see, they took their kids to schools, and right now millennials have trauma, like we did everything right, and right now we are not employed. We have taken to school and it's not working for us. And for the millennials, their way to survive, you will come to notice that wameanza kukuwa na side hustle.
Yeah.
Side hustle is zenye wanafanya. So what about Gen Zs? Because you know our parents believed, most of them, like 90% to 90% of Gen Z's parents, they spent most of their resources on their kids, believing that one day, one time, it's my kid who's going to change this home.
Yeah.
But right now, things are becoming hard and hard to their kids. Their kids are trying to find out what should we do to our parents to make sure that we don't fail them. But it's guilt and guilt each and every day.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So I think this AI thing should be discouraged. I think so.
I don't think it can be discouraged. How? How do you think it can be discouraged? Because basically,
how did it came?
I mean, it's basically based on competition.
Exactly, but the government can also discourage it.
How? And it's a way of, technologies want to advance. I mean, for example, right now, we have smart TVs.
Yeah.
Right now. But back then, we have this type of a screen whereby it was very huge even to carry. Ikubwa yenye ilikuwa na kisogo kubwa.
Yeah.
Right now we have smart TV. Sasa unafikiria nani anaweza enda anunue ile? Na sasa kuna smart TV. Right now the market for that specific TV yenye iko na mgongo kubwa. Sasa hii it's slow.
Okay.
So basically you have to move to that sector. I think AI can't go back. It has to move forward and forward as fast as possible.
If it can't go back then, it's our duty to hustle hard.
To find a way to get in.
To find a way to get into something you are focusing on. Like you can start a small business, kuuza nyanya, something like that.
But I don't think that can work right now.
It can.
How? The economy is very tight.
It can work.
With the black tax?
It can work.
I don't think it can work. How? Do you know, for example, a small business, most probably, let me say, most businesses, it has to take you like 20% of profit. For you, like it generates like 20% of the profit. Like that's always bare minimum, 20%. So for you to advance to that level whereby now you can, with your business, you can take a lot of responsibility. It has to take a lot of time to you for you to handle a lot of things based on depending on your income from this business of yours. It has to take a lot of time because it only gives out only 20%. So I think there can't really work out.
You can also have that and have another side also.
I think that was a way of that was survival tactics for millennials and Gen X.
No, but
basically mostly Gen X. But right now I don't think it can work that much.
It works.
Oh,
For
yeah,
a person who
extent.
knows what he wants, he or she
but
wants.
it will take time. You'll be under pressure.
Now you have to discourage some things at first.
Like
your family, you have to discourage it at first.
or you have to cut them off a little bit.
Yeah.
But that's, how do you think this, but literally it's going to affect relationships most of the time. Can you look at it from a relationship perspective whereby now you have to cut off your parents and your siblings, tell them, hey, right now I want to work on myself, guys, the life is very hard. Nyinyi mjipange, mjishot wenyewe.
Not your parents. I meant you can cut off your girlfriend or your wife at first. You look for money. When you are stable, you can now go ahead and have a family.
But let's talk about okay, you know, relationship is wide. Let me say, for example, umesema unauza nyanya pale. Si babako bado atakupigia simu.
Yeah.
Mama atakuwa anakupigia simu.
Obvious.
Siblings zako watakuwa nakupigia simu. Mama anakupigia, hey, nani amefukuzwa school fees. What are we gonna do? Wewe pia uko na issues zako. Your income is not enough.
Yeah.
What are you gonna do? And then again, you have to look at this thing in a long-term perspective, because the more you continue with this, see, for me, I'm talking about the reality. The more you continue with, hey, nipatie hii, unapeana, there are high chances that you are not going to make it to a level that you wanted to be.
Yeah.
That means that in most cases you have to make the hardest decision, the one that you are saying that you have to cut off. But how do you think this is going to affect your relationship with these people? Because they will be like, hey, siku hizi nani? Hey, nani? Hey,
if they really know whatever you are doing, like unauza nyanya and you tell them, Mom, for now I'm still selling nyanya. Mapato ni hii na hii. The profit is only 20%.
But only a few.
If they are understanding parents, they understand.
Who told you that I want to understand? I think only a few. In most cases, only a few.
Okay, you can. If they understand, better. If they don't, also you can just continue with your life. You make it one day. If you make it, just come back and tell them, I told you it was this and this. You don't. You never understood me.
I think that's why I was saying that Gen Zs are in a trap, a very difficult trap, because the black tax is very high on Gen Zs and some millennials. It is very high. And for example, let's give an example with a man who is right now earning 10 to 15K.
Yeah.
Do you think he can change home and his life with that cash?
It can't.
Because literally when this guy is in the city, rent is like 45 to, let me assume he lives in a single room.
5K.
That's, let me say, 45,000 to 5K.
Yeah.
Sindio? That's already, amebaki na 10.
Half of his salary.
Yeah, like 10 imebaki. So 10 with the expenses of maybe traveling, food, maybe akona issues za kununua manguo, you know, buy new things into the house. Do you think it can, alafu pia nyumbani you have to send some?
I think if he or she is akona akili, kama ana earn 10K.
But they give us that
kama ana earn 10K, he need to sit down first, plan. Like, nitoe 2,000 niweke rent. Not that aende nyumba expensive na salary yake ni 10K. So anatoa half of his salary, anaweka rent. Hapo he will never move on.
But do you know one thing, that for example a house that costs 2,000, let me say in the city, in most cases when the environment is not pleasant, that means that your life is also at risk.
Yes, you have to.
That is basically number one. You ni nyumba ya mabati na place iko like maybe let me say hata iko kanda ya barabara. That means that even your properties are at risk. That means that number one, you are at risk, your life is at risk, your properties are at risk, your health is also at risk.
But nowadays in towns, unaweza pata nyumba yenye bado iko. Nyumba
ya mabati most cases are in slum. And you know maisha ya slum inakuanga aje. Huwezi pata nyumba ya mabati.
But you can still get a simple house.
A simple house in the city is basically a single room block. In most cases, in a cost like 4,000 to 5,000.
You can get that one.
If you find yenye iko ya 2K ni ngumu. But if you find yenye iko na 2K, mashida ziko hapo mingi, sijui maybe choo inakaa aje.
So you have to face those mashida kwanza.
But it's going to affect your health condition in most cases. You see, you also have to prioritize health. It's hard. It's hard. You have to know that it's hard. But let's now look at it in relationships wise. So, for example, right now have you ever heard of like right now, if you view things, you will find out that there's high rate of divorce,
Yeah.
and it's millennials, by the way. Right now majenzis, most of them say hawajaingia marriage.
Yeah.
Hata majenzis
Most of
wanasema ati sisi kwa hiyo altar hatuingii bado. He. Kwa hiyo altar sisi hatuingii.
Kwa kina ndoa hapa.
They came with this slogan ati nini ndoa ubamba mafala.
Yeah.
Yes, ndio. But let's look at it now from this angle of unemployment and economy, and how it relates with the relationship. What can you say about that?
How it relates to the economy?
Yeah.
Regarding the millennials
Or both. You can talk. You can say both.
Okay, ushasema already. Gen Zs right now, they are not in marriage.
They're like, hey, yeah. See, Gen Zs are like from 14 years to 29 years.
Yeah.
If he's a man, men in most cases, most of them are not in relationship. But the ones who are married, in most cases right now, their marriages bouncing. They're like, hey, mi tunaachana, tuachani, tunaletana pamoja. Hey, mimi sirudi. So it's very difficult for them. But for ladies, maybe some of them right now have kids. Actually, it's Gen Zs that most of them we have young single mothers. Watoi wanazaa kwa nini village. Like I don't know, like crazy. Most of them have kids. The Gen Z ladies, they have kids. Like right now, unapata dem ako 25, ako na mtoi, hajaolewa. Then men pia sasa hivi wa Gen Z, most of them are not financially stable. And the millennials right now are divorcing. They're like, I know my rights. What's your take?
So the cause of all this?
Maybe you can give us your perspective on how it shapes, how it relates.
Regarding the millennials, I think the problem is there hapo kwa cheating.
Cheating?
Yeah. But to the Gen Zs, the Gen Zs, it's cheating, money, and I don't know what. I think those two.
Those two?
Yeah.
Money and cheating. They are not employed.
They are not employed. So you find the lady looking for a better partner who has money. Yeah.
But do you think it's based on but like right now people view relationship differently. Right now, if you ask most of Gen Z men, they prefer come and stay more than wedding or something like that.
Exactly.
In most cases, most of them are like, hey, come and stay. Hey, actually, you hear that most of Gen Z men are like, mimi sipeleki mahari. Wewe ukitaka kuishi na mimi wewe kuja. Ladies are like, wedding. Some ladies are like, that's the condition. Like things are tight right now. Ladies wameweka conditions zao kivyao. Men also have also tightened theirs. Kila mtu amefunga yake.
Yeah.
Men are like, come stay. Ladies are like, eka nini kwa ring.
Aeke pete.
Eka pete kwa kidole.
Okay. So the problem I think ni
but cheating is something that ilianza kitambo. I don't think. Yeah. I don't think that's a problem.
So because you want to say come to look at it. Kitambo walikuwa wameanza kucheat.
Come to look at it. If you look at Gen X and baby boomers, hakuna high rate of divorce hapo. Maybe them hata kupata single mother mwenye ni Gen X ama ni baby boomer ni ngumu. Unless bwana yake alipotea, alikufa.
Yeah.
In most cases. In most cases. With the millennials, si tunaona kwa social media. Nani amedivorce nani.
But the problem will still continue regarding the issue of relationship.
But for me, I just think with the Gen Zs, I think the world is moving a little bit very fast with the technology. And so you see right now, ladies are being encouraged to be fast work for your vision and let me say your dreams
Your
first.
dreams, yeah.
And then after that, now you can look for husbands and something like that. But let's wait and see, because most of them hawajafika age 30. Most of them are still like 14 to 29 years. Let's see how it will turn out in some years to come. But with the millennials who are right now from 30 to 45 years right now, 45 to 46, some of them are bitter. If you want, the most bitter women are single mothers in most cases.
Yeah.
Right now, most of them are very bitter. And I'm trying to figure out what is going to happen with our Gen Z ladies now that most of them wameshika mimba kama ni wadogo and wako na watoto, and Gen Z's men are like, single mother, no.
Exactly.
Single
So,
mother, I don't know.
No marriage.
I don't know how this is going to happen, because Gen Z's ladies, most of them, like, some messed up thing. They have kids. They are chasing for. We are chasing for our dreams. Men are like, okay, you are chasing for your dream. You are also chasing for our dream, but single mother, no.
So.
I don't know how things are, and the economy is also very tight. In that to get employed, it's very hard. Hey, I don't know. I don't know how it's gonna be, but let's find out. You can also give us a comment based on that. And we are about to go down. Is there something you wanna add on top?
I think there will be no marriage hapo. Like you
Give
see,
me
soko imejaa mandama.
Nipe fantasy how it's gonna be.
Soko imejaa ndama, si ndio? And you Gen Z men, you already have it in mind.
Single mothers, no.
Single mothers, no. And the problem is still continuing.
Yeah.
Unapata majenzi huko nje. They find a lady, live with them, have kids with them, and then they end up nowhere.
And I think right now, if we check on it, I think the early marriage thing is also a big deal.
A big deal, yeah.
Yeah, because you find a Gen Z man in his early 20s, they wanna get married. They still depend on their parents.
Yeah.
So how are they going to take care of these kids? Kazi pia kuna.
So
you see, they believe
Yeah.
in this preaching that when kama nyinyi wadogo, God will come through, and you guys, you're going to make wealth together.
Exactly.
Only a few. That is only working for a few. In most cases it does not work. No, in most cases it does not work for many.
Yeah.
When wameanza early marriage, they end up on a collapse. That's another trap that I think most of us wanaingilia sahi. Okay, otherwise I think time inaisha, and I want us to wind up as fast as possible. And Wendy, do you have got something you want to add on top?
Okay, I can just say, let us focus on the new world. Only that.
And you are done. This is Kata Story Podcast. I'm your host, FJJ. See you.